Hey, Aaron.
Oh, hello, Scott.
Ooh, boy, we had a long trip to England today, and boy, our arms tired, but we didn't fly. We took a boat.
Yeah, we had to row our boat all the way to England.
Because they wouldn't let us fly because of all the stuff going on in the world right now. But
yeah,
we
tried.
Who was our super awesome guest?
We have Dan Silky Brown from Mr. Stacherolls fame on the show tonight.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm always serious.
Wow, when in England, always serious. This is really great. We had some really awesome chat room interactions tonight. A lot of good questions, great trivia, and a whole bunch of really great things in the BS Button Beard bulletin board. So make sure you guys go over to talkingbeards.com for more information about the show, and make sure you guys tune in live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Or, geez, where am I? What am I thinking? I'm all jet lagged and everything. 8 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. So when should everyone go check out the podcast, Aaron? When should they?
Everyone should tune in right now.
Welcome to the Talking Beards podcast, an entertainment news show all about the world of facial hair. You can catch the show live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern by going to talkingbeards.com. While you're at the website, you can check out all the other cool things that we do. We cover the latest news going on in the beard and mustache world, from competitions, contests, fundraisers, and all the charity work. We also have special guests each week talking about what they're doing to make a difference in the facial hair world. We also do trivia each week with really great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. So make sure you tune in every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. at talkingbeards.com. Now let's get on with the show.
All right. So without further ado, our guest live from Marlow, England, Mr. Stacherolls creator himself, Dan Silky Brown.
What does further ado mean?
Isn't that what you're supposed to say when you bring
gentlemen?
Oh, hello, Twiston. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you very much. How are you?
We are good.
Great stuff. Without further ado, let me introduce you to my creator.
Holy cow.
Wow, you're freaking decked out. You did not look like this an hour ago. How are you doing tonight, sir? Dan.
Very well. Let me just take these off. These are the Stacherolls 3000s.
The Stacheroll 3000. So is this the hot new invention?
These have been around for about 6 months, but they very rarely get an outing. So
they're out now.
As it's a special occasion, we'll bring them out.
Dan, if we could get you to get just a little bit closer to your microphone.
I can get as close as you want me to. How's that?
Oh my gosh, you sound so good now. You sounded like you were all the way over in England. I mean, you sound like you were down the street from us.
Yeah, because we're in England right now, Scott. So welcome. Scott and I are in under the London Bridge. How close are we to you right now?
Well, I'm on top of the London Bridge.
Look at this. We should have just done the show together.
Wow. He says those are some badass rollers. You need to get some. All right,
Monty.
So before we get too crazy off the deep end here, why don't you tell us who you are and where you're from?
Okay, so my name's Dan. I'm from England, obviously. A little town called Marlow in Buckinghamshire. Pretty much been bearding for about 2 years now. And stashing for just over 1 year. And yeah, Stacherolls came out of laziness, really. Well, I've got a little girl. She's Celeste. She's 2.5. And she was taking up a lot of my time. So when I was trying to get my stash curled up right, I couldn't do it properly. It was looking wonky. I was having to go to work with it. It was annoying me. And then an idea sprung I saw a video, I think it was on YouTube or in some Facebook group, where somebody was using like the big curlers, almost like that sort of length, and I thought, do you know what, I'll pop out, see if I can get some. And yeah, a year later, a lot of experimenting, and
the Stacherolls were born.
Stacherolls were born, indeed.
Awesome. You so do you generally sell them or do you trade them? And how do you go about getting connected with you so people can get these amazing inventions?
Okay, so I've got the Mr. Stacherolls Instagram account. Obviously, I'm on Facebook as well. I'm in a lot of bearding groups. I'm an admin of a group which is Twisted and Bearded, run by Twisted Mustache, which is the company I'm an ambassador for and represent, and thoroughly recommend. Make some of the best products around. Hit me up with a message, either Instagram, Facebook. I have a couple of Instagram accounts, but I try and get everything to go through to Mr. Stacherolls. It keeps everything in one place. There was work being involved to get a website up and running. And then my son was born, Romeo. He was born about just over 2 months ago. So everything's been put on hold a little bit. And obviously with the current climate as it is, and sort of I work as a barman. I'm a cocktail barman and bar manager. And obviously my industry was one of the first to shut down and will most likely be one of the last to reopen again. So I'm blessed I get to spend a lot of time with my son and my daughter. At the same time, income will slowly dwindle a little bit. So thankfully I have this little side hustle, which now will start taking up more of my life, and I hopefully pursue it and get it out there and see where it takes me, really.
So how did the two of you guys meet?
I just Instagram, Facebook, messaging kind of deal. And yeah.
So basically I'm a sticker whore. I love collecting beard stickers and badges. And this is it. I saw Aaron at the Beard Mob comp, the Beard Brawl, and saw a load of stickers on the table with the shiny Honest Amish one, his own sticker, the Talking Beards. And I was like, oh, I'd love to get them on my wall. They look pretty banging. So I dropped him a message. Said any chance of getting some stickers. He said he doesn't really give them out, like send them out. He gives them out at competitions, which is fair enough. I was kind of like, well, it's not like I'm going to be able to get to a US comp very soon. So I kind of left it at that. And I was like, do you know what? I've got my own stickers as well that I can trade. I can send you some. So I kind of, I've got like obviously the Mr. Stacherolls stickers. And
I don't have one.
I got some one's called Stacherollers as well. I have these now. It's a bit too bright, but my tiny little Stacherollers buttons. Aaron doesn't have one yet, but they are on the way with a brand new twist and top hat. We lost that sticker, but it's pretty much it's this one here.
Yeah, I just got the one with the baseball hat on.
There you go. See that was the first one. This is the second one. I've got a few more designs. And that's kind of the exciting part about it. Obviously, the Stacherolls were just like, it was something that I used, something that helped me out. And I had quite a few of them. And I was like, I don't really want to just be sending these out. It's kind of like, it almost costs more to post them out than it does to make them in a way. So I was like, let's try and create something around it. And then I was watching Mr. Men with my daughter. I've always been watching Mr. Men with my daughter, and then somebody sent me some stickers, and on the envelope it was addressed to Mr. Stacherolls, and I was like, 1, 2, oh my god,
there it is. Mr. Stacherolls was born.
There it is.
Yeah.
And then Stacherollers came along as well. The Transformers logo with a stash. That's kind of what. So in the group Twisted and Bearded, we have load of guys that have kind of been with me on this journey, which I'd now call my role models. So we kind of given ourselves the name the Stacherolls. We've got an album coming out soon. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, I've been using these for a little over a week now, and dude, they're so much fun. Like, I know there's different sizes. I've been using the same size over and over, but I put a little bit of wax in one time, but every time I've used them, I just put them in wet right out of the shower. I blow dry, fix my hair, and then I take it out, and they just stay there. They're super fun and really convenient. It adds no time to like my grooming process or anything. I just put them in, and keeps my mustache up.
Yeah, it's been funny. Aaron's been sending me like pictures all week. He's like, look, and he has these things in there. He's like sending pictures of like what it looks like when they're taken out. I mean, everyone sees the pictures he posts anyways because he's a social media whore anyways. But
that's what they say.
It's in your bio. I put that in there.
Yeah, it's definitely in my bio. Social media prostitute, I actually like to be called.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean that's more classy, you know. I mean, you don't.
What do you call prostitutes on over in England?
Hookers.
Oh, that's what I said, Aaron. You wouldn't believe me.
Social media hooker. That's what they call me.
He's a social media horse.
A horse.
A horse.
So
is a horse, of course.
So Dan, are you going to go to the British Nationals in rugby? If it doesn't get canceled?
Yeah, my ticket is purchased. I've got a ticket for myself. I've got a ticket for my daughter as well. She's going to be entering the fake beard.
Awesome.
I'm creating a fake beard out of Stacherolls, obviously, because why not? I've got a lot of them just lying around. Excuse me while I'm pouring my coffee. I've got a lot of Stacherolls lying around, and it's just fun to get her involved as well. I've got my missus a ticket as well, but she might not come, obviously, because I've got a little boy as well. So we'll see. I've got an extra ticket. My sister might come along with us.
Do you have one of your little stash rollers there that you could show everyone what they look like?
Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
Are you drinking tea because you're in England?
I'm actually drinking coffee. It's 1:30 in the morning, and I've been up since 6 a.m. So
I thought you were just supposed to drink tea. And that's it.
I'm drinking coffee from a teapot.
Okay, well that evens it out. That's fine. I drink tea from a coffee pot. So
do you know what a dentist's favorite time of day is?
I don't.
Tooth hurdy.
Oh, a dentist. Oh.
Just ignore him.
Classic dad joke.
Yeah. But you're a dad, so you should have got it right away. All right.
Yes, that's right. Give me a second. I'll just put my jumper off because it's really hot in there.
He's getting naked.
Totally naked.
Live on Talking Beards.
Nudity.
Naked.
I've had discussions with people coming in for coffee time with Nico about putting shirts on during the show. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we're getting a full demonstration.
Okay, so I started putting little packs together to send to people. So I'll talk you through the packs that I'll send, what people are getting. So I've created these things as well, which I call beard guards. So there's 2 strips of Velcro. So what you do, if I can get a bit closer, it's all flipped the wrong way. I've got a mirror here, so bear me a second. That will go into the beard like so, which creates
separation.
Separation, that's the word. And then I'll say, so I originally was sending out in the starter packs 2 rolls, so they're medium and small. Like so, you'll get the rolls together, they split off. Aaron was asking me if I could get a bigger one, so I went out and I found a bigger one as well, which still links into them, so it still keeps it as a nice cool set. Keeps it nice and handy. So you take the stash roll with the beard guard. You can pretty much roll the stash roll up against the guard into the stash and get it in there. Obviously my stash is already styled at the minute with wax as well, so it sticks pretty easy. I've got a couple of videos on my YouTube channel, sort of training videos. I will kind of get a few more up now while I've got a little bit more downtime and concentrate on it. But that's pretty much it. That's just going to sit in like so. It's got the separation there, so I'm not getting any stash wax in my beard. I'm also not getting any beard oil in my stash wax because that will break it down and stop it from holding throughout the day.
That's absolutely not how I do it at all. I had no idea. I just went for it, and that's not how I do it. But that way it works too. You're just the creator and all.
That's the greatest thing about it. We're everyone that gets them will find their own way of using them with their own stash. Look, I'll never tell anyone how to use them. I'll just say how I use them, give tips. As I say, I've been using them for about a year. I've trialed and errored. I've got them down to, for me, the perfect size for my moustache. They don't weigh a thing, so they're not bringing them forward. I got this technique formulated about 6 months ago, which is called the back roll, where you put it in and you roll it back. And then by doing that, once you take it out, it's kind of pinging back. I drop 1,000,001 Stacherolls a day. Luckily, I've got some more here. So once you have kind of got that back roll in, see it's kind of pinging back a little bit. You can then take the stash roll on your finger, roll it into the stash at the front, and then roll it around.
Oh, Ben Reed makes a really good point by the way that you do it, where you roll it back. It helps it from like when you take them out, them falling forward because it's already pushing them.
Totally. This was one of the biggest problems I was having before I started stash rolling. Ball corning. Before I started stash rolling, whilst I was at work, one would start falling forward, another would flip back. I was like, how do I control this? At that point, that was when I first started. I wasn't getting big curls, and I was actually twisting my moustache. So getting it and twisting it, and by doing so, obviously the right hand twists different to the left hand. So it was very uneven, and the symmetry was just not there, and it was getting me a little bit annoyed. So I ended up just not styling it for a while, and then Stacherolls came along and created perfect form, perfect symmetry. Both rolls do exactly the same on each side, and
makes sense to me. It keeps it from tilting forward. So the way I do it, I just like my mustache is still wet. And I just pull it straight out, put it at the end, and I just roll it in. I roll it in as tight as I can, and then I just hit it with a blow dryer.
That's the American version.
Yeah, that's the American version.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's the way I do it.
Everyone has their own version, and that's what's great about it. It's everyone can do their own thing with it, work them how they want to. I've had some guys that have got a load of them, and they've used them to actually freestyle their beard, get them into the beard, and use them there, because a lot of guys at the competitions would use a can and hairspray and try and get it round. Whereas if you use the bigger rolls, I don't know if I've got any. So these are probably these ones here. These are my more colourful ones.
Yeah, I like those big pink ones.
Yeah, so
that's what she said.
Inside there, you've got the yellows, luminous yellows, purples, reds, and pinks.
Wow!
So they all kind of fit into each other. These were from the beginning part of the journey when I was experimenting, getting packs, and they were the ones that I was just sending out to people. And then I found the black ones, and I found a company that could sell me quite a few of them, bulk buying. And that's how I can afford to send them to people. As I say, the majority of the price comes down to postage, especially if I'm sending them to the States.
Yeah,
right.
It's almost like $6 or $7 just for the postage to send them over there. So that's kind of why I do the stickers and the badges as well, to kind of to make it a bit of a thing, because you can go out and get self-grip rollers. Anyone can go out and get them. A dollar store or any place like that, and it's just a case of cutting them into size that would suit you. And anyone that was asking me about them before I was just like, look, they're very simple and easy to make. I would happily make tutorial videos on how to make them. You find a lot of people just don't want to go out and buy them, haven't got the time to cut them up and experiment with them and get them right. So they'll just come to me and say, look, can you just hook me up with a set? And yeah, got no problem doing that. And as I say, I'll 9 times out of 10, I'll trade for them because I get my stickers and my badges and patches, which is cool. But there's people that don't have them, don't have stuff to trade, but are quite happy to pay for them. So it's usually done via Instagram, paid on PayPal.
Well, we've got a sticker pack ready to ship to you. Just need to get to the post office and get it sent your way. So you'll have a good selection of Talking Beards and Aaron and Honest Amish and everything else I've got laying around stickers headed your way. So
that's amazing.
Oh yeah, Sear.
Thank you very much.
Bill does a translation. Badges equal buttons. I was thinking you meant patches. But
yeah, that's what I thought too. So one more thing while we still have you around, tell us a little bit about this. What was going on here?
Okay, so I'm in a group called Twisted and Bearded. I'm a moderator and content creator for the group. So I'm always posting a lot of my videos. I post daily. We have daily hashtags. So I always try and keep the group active. Everyone knows, loads of people are posting. There's a couple of us that are ambassadors for Twisted Moustache. We do run all the hashtags and stuff. We got Anil and Annabelle. They're the owners of Twisted Moustache. Amazing couples that make really, really top grade products. The stash wax I use is perfect. It holds amazingly. So every week we're doing the hashtags, and every couple of weeks I'll run little competitions, mini comps, give away the stickers, give away Stacherolls, give away badges and stuff. We have one called Fearless Roller, where I get people that have already got the Stacherolls or improvise, will go out into the street or go to a shop or go somewhere and be a fearless roller, break out of that comfort zone and not care what people think. Obviously Stacherolls are a training device that you would use at home. It's not something that you would go out wearing. It's not a fashion accessory. But they can also be used on the go. So if you're driving to work and you haven't got time before leaving to go to work to start your stash, pop them in, get in your car, drive to work. By the time you get out, you've got a nice rolled stash. Add a bit of wax for hold, or just keep a natural stash. So all these challenges come across. It's whatever idea I kind of come up with. And then obviously with my bar being shut, I was doing a lot of tidying, and I came across a box of 2,000 toothpicks. So I kind of just did a little post and went, anyone up for a challenge, and see how it goes. And then I just decided, you know what? How many toothpicks do you think I can get in my beard? So I had a whole thread of people come in sort of guessing how many I could get in there. And personally, I thought I'd get a few hundred. And then came the night to do it, and I had a bit of wine, and I got a bit confident, and it just escalated and just carried on. So an hour's live turned into an hour and a half live, and before I knew it, I had almost 2,000 toothpicks in my beard.
That's awesome.
It's incredible. And I had people saying, what's the world record? Which is, we Googled it, it's 3,500. So that's going to be next. We're going to go for that. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's an American guy. He's got 3,500. I'm not one for stealing people's thunder, but I'm also one hold on a minute, I can get myself into the Guinness World Records here.
That's awesome.
I can definitely fit more, work out a technique. As I say, it was kind of just sporadically just whacking them in, and I only thought I'd get a couple of hundred. I thought I'd get a good laugh, and before I knew it, it was just full on. So I need to work out some techniques. At about the hour mark, I was getting a sore neck because I had to pick my neck up a little bit because they were all dropping out. And then, I had just everyone in the group, a lot of my sort of what I'd call my role models and the ambassador of the group, like Ryan, Jacko, Chris. They were all kind of just just egging me on, just going, look, you can do this, keep going. And yeah, and we got some epic pictures.
I think our buddy Matt with Beard Laws just had the Guinness Book World Record holder for toothpicks, right?
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You can go to beardlaws.com and go back a couple episodes on there. And yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, he was on there a couple weeks ago.
It was Jeff Langham. He had it for a few years. He was an American, and he just got broken. And
yeah, his record was like 3,200.
Yeah. So
ish.
Yeah.
Well, ish. I think I've got another box of 2,000, so I've got 4,000 in total. So you just got to find the right time, the right day. It was a long-winded thing, so it's not something I really want to train for it. I just want to kind of just do it.
Right.
Well, you have to contact the Guinness Book of World Record people, and they have to come and witness it and all that crap.
Yeah, so that's why it's going to be on hold for a little bit, because obviously people can't travel out, and we're in a bit of a lockdown here in the UK, like everybody else. Everyone's sort of minimal travel and doing essential work. And for me, breaking world records with toothpicks in my beard isn't classed essential at the moment. So,
well, we look forward to you attempting that world record, and then when you get it, then I'll have to come take it back. So for America and all. But you can have it for a little bit.
What's your shirt there, Dan?
So this is the club I represent, Twisted and Bearded. This is the club logo. We've also got an autism one. We raise a lot of money for charity, so we've got an autism one. We've got an Alzheimer's one where he's wearing a snapback. We're doing a mental health one as well. All of these are in our group. They can be purchased through Twisted Mustache. You can check out Twisted Mustache on Instagram as well. And Neil's been uploading a lot of content on there recently whilst he's been in downtime. So I'll always implore people to go and check out the info on Twisted Mustache on Instagram.
All right, cool. Well, I'll put links to all that stuff in the show notes, and also I will link and post the video of your tutorial on how to use the Stacherolls. But
that's very kind. So that was it was kind of a video I just did for a friend, and then it was already on my YouTube. So other people were like, "Oh, how can I use them?" So I'll send it to them. So when you're watching it, it's almost like a personal video because it was done for a friend, and it wasn't meant to do anything else. But it's actually so many people have messaged me and said it's such a helpful guide that.
Well, everybody should find his YouTube and watch the video, get some Stacherolls, and get your roll on.
Get your roll on, indeed.
Yep.
Get your roll on. There you go.
All right. Well, Dan, we greatly appreciate you coming by. It was an honor to have you on. Is there anything else you would like to add?
If I can just give some shout outs to a couple of my friends.
You go right ahead.
Sweet. So obviously I'd shout out to my mum and dad for giving me amazing jeans. They fit perfectly. Shout out to my missus, my little boy Romeo, my daughter Celeste, everyone at Team Twisted, Anil, Annabelle, Scarlett, Ryan, Jacko, Chris and Jimmy. All the guys over at iBeard Club, Lee BMG, Damo, the captain, Real Hair Ronson, all those guys are amazing. Just enrolled me into the Book of Beards, which was just an absolute honour. Just overwhelmed, really. Was not expecting that. Massive shout out to my Home of the Biscuits crew, Little Wayne, Big Jard and the Giant. That's another Facebook group as well. You should go check them out, Home of the Beardos. But they run Biscuit Club, where we talk about biscuits. I think you guys call them cookies.
We like cookies.
We talk about biscuit banter over there. Massive shout out to Terry Short. He's the guy who sorts out all my stickers. He runs the Southwest Beard Club down in Paynton near Devonshire, where you. I think that's where you landed, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, that's where we came in.
Yeah, that's where we landed.
That's pretty much. Oh, big shout out to Harry, Monty, and Christine over at Beard Mob. if it wasn't for Beard Mob, I wouldn't even know about Talking Beards, I don't think, because getting involved in that group is where I first saw about Talking Beards, and then started watching your guys' shows, so that's awesome. Another American, Radimus Prime, otherwise known as Ben Reed from Rad Whiskers.
Good old Ben Reed. Yeah, he's always in the chat every week. So
yeah, he's such a great guy. Carl Sullivan, Matt Wall, Adam Craig.
Who's Matt Wall?
Yeah, who is Matt Wall?
Yeah, I don't know who Matt Wall is.
I've never even heard of him before.
He stole my thunder though.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
I know. I thought I was going to be the first Brit to be in.
Well, you know what? You're the first Brit officially on the show. I went and found Matt and just shoved a mic in his face. So you're the first guest. Matt didn't really get a choice in the matter. So no one knows who he is anyway. So it doesn't even matter. You're the first real Brit guest.
Yeah, we were meant to be bunking up. We were meant to be going to the Wessex Beardsman comp this month, and me and him were bunking up in a room, but obviously got cancelled. So.
Well, you lucked out there because you don't want to have to bunk up with Matt Wall.
Yeah.
I heard he smells like cheese.
Matt Wall smells like cheese.
And rotten eggs, yeah.
Breaking news live on Talking Beards.
Yeah.
Spread the rumors nationwide.
That's right. But, yeah. All right, Dan. Well, appreciate it, buddy. And, tune in Saturday. We'll still be in England on Saturday, and we'll have Lee BMG on the show. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
And we'll be on earlier in the day over there. So,
yeah, we're going to do it at probably like 10 o'clock, something like that. British summertime. So, yeah. Appreciate it. And, yeah. Have a good evening. Get you some sleep.
Thank you very much for having me. Take care, guys.
See you later, Silky Dan.
Okay, bye.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Talking Beards podcast. You can find out more information by going to talkingbeards.com. There you can subscribe to the podcast, make a donation to our show, or pick up some really cool Talking Beards merchandise. We hope to see you in the chat room. You can find us over at facebook.com/talkingbeards if you want to participate in our chat. Thank you again for checking the show out, and we hope you have a great week. Make sure you come back next week at 8 p.m. on Tuesday evening to watch the show live. Until next time, thanks.